Hi, I'm Michael Beck from rawcinema.net. Today we're taking a look at Wooden Camera's BlackMagic Cinema Camera Cage. So let's get started. When you get the cage, you'll need to assemble it. Here are the parts. So here we go, let's put it together. We start with the base plate, and it's got an index pin, and that's towards the front of the camera. Take the right side, and you can see the front to back with the top divot part is on the back, and the smaller divot part is in the front where you're in between your fingers. So we'll slide that in there. We'll do the same thing with the left side and the front. Okay, so we're going to flip this over. So we're going to stick these in here and just start them up. Takes 4 in the bottom, 4 on the top. Alright, so now we flip the camera cage over. Alright, now that we have the sides on the camera, we can now put the camera in the cage. You'll need to do this before you put the top plate on, or else you won't be able to get the camera in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the top plate as a spacer right here, and I'm going to turn the camera upside down, set it on top of that. Then I'm going to take the camera, or the cage, and slide it on here. You got an index pin, goes right into the index hole on the camera, and that fits in nice and snug. Now you've got some more screws here. The one we're going to use for the bottom is the shortest screw. It looks like the ones for the top. Stick that in there, get it nice and snug. Alright, so now we can flip it over, and the camera is in there, nice and snug. It might twist in there, but I doubt it. But now we're going to take and really secure it down with the top plate. Top plate, the recessed part for where it has the 3 screws across the top is the top. So stick it on there, and then everything lines up right there. You have your holes for your strap. You've got your 3 mounting holes for the top of the camera. Put our 3 screws in the top. Then we can finish out mounting the top to the cage. Alright, so now we have a completed cage. Camera is nice and snug in there. So now that we have the camera in its cage, let's attach the top handle. Top handle looks like this. It's got lots of mounting points in it. It comes with these 2 screws, and you can basically mount it anywhere on the camera, on the cage that you want. But I'm going to choose to mount it right on the front. That's where I would use it, typically. Facing forward. You can have it facing back. You can have it on the side. You can put it anywhere you want. So there you go. There's the handle on the cage. Nice and sturdy. Let's attach the riser. So here's the riser. It's basically just a block with some mounting points on it. It also has the rails mounting part. And this will actually work with or without the cage. Alright, so we're going to use with the cage, so we attach it up to the top. So we're going to attach it with this, with the rails parts going down, so that it's not in the way of the camera. So we'll take our bolts here, drop them in. Alright, so now let's attach it to the camera. We'll drop this down like this. And I think that you can attach it this way or that way, depending on what meter you use. You can have the rails in the back, the mount points on the back, or in the front. I'm going to put it in the front. So we will put that through the hole, marry it up there. So here it is. The camera fits nicely inside, protecting it and also offering many mounting points. I mean, this thing is literally covered in mounting holes. You can attach all types of gear all to the outside of the cage. It's got holes everywhere, a handle and everything. So this may be limited due to the fact that both sides of the camera need to be accessed. But you still may be able to use it. So on the right side, you can easily open the SSD door and remove the SSD. And on the left side, you can get to all the ports. The rubber doors do hit the front of this cage, the side of this cage, but you can't open them. It also may be useful for, you know, propping them open so you can actually open them up easier than if the cage wasn't there. So we'll close all those. On the back, you can still get to all the buttons here easily. And the hood can still attach here, right inside, like that. There's the hood on there. On the front, you can still access the record button. You can mount lenses easily without a problem as well. It also has a sort of hand grip that makes it easier to hold on to, these little indexes here, and especially if you don't have the hood, you can kind of grab the back of this. So the cage is lighter than I expected it to be. It adds very little weight to the camera itself. When I first saw the cage online, I thought it would look a little too industrial on the camera, but it actually looks nice. It still looks a little industrial, but I think it looks fine. So overall, I like the cage, and I think that it's a great option for protecting and mounting gear to the BlackMagic Cinema Camera. For rawcinema.net, I'm Michael Beck, and be sure to subscribe and share our YouTube channel. Thanks.